Hi guys, I'm Lupian. Welcome to my channel. A few days ago, People Can Fly and Square Enix released some information about the release of Outriders. Some news on the first day patch and patches to come, and some information on what we gleaned from the demo. So I just wanted to go through that information today. If you want to check out the original Reddit post, there is a link in the description box down below. So, let's get started. Firstly, some information on preloading the game. If you're installing Outriders on the Xbox, you can install it as of the release of this post, which was 4 days ago, so any time between now and launch is good. Any of the PlayStation platforms were available to pre-install as of 2 days before the release time, so that should be available upon watching this video. As for Steam, there's no information about pre-downloading yet, and it's not possible to download it through the Epic's Games Store before release. As for release times, the consoles will release at midnight of your country. So whatever country you're boarded in, whatever country you're playing it in, midnight of that time. And the USA will be available at midnight EDT. This may not be necessarily your local region, but it is the time that it will be available from the US. PC and Stadia will be released at a single global time, this being 12 PM EDT. There is a link down in the description box for a countdown timer that has been set up by the Outriders crew. As for the game's performance at release, the demo has done a great job in setting us up for this. A lot of things have been fixed or adjusted because people played this demo. So if you participated in the demo, thanks heaps. Some of the changes that came out of the demo are bug fixes, including legendary mods that didn't work properly, balancing changes for item drop rates. They will continue to monitor this after launch and change it as necessary. Full access to crossplay. In the demo, crossplay was a beta, but as of full launch it will go into full access. PCs can add previous teammates as friends in the friends list, and consoles will be able to do that in a later patch. They have added a quick mark function to the inventory. This means you will be able to select all items of a certain rarity at a time, making it a lot faster to break down or sell similar items. There is still the option to be able to select them individually if that's what you would prefer. They have made multiple improvements to the cover system. They have made improvements to the travel voting system when you play as a group. And they've added more information to the mechanics of how some of the mods function. There are also a lot more features to be experienced on Enoch at launch. As you progress through the main game, you will also have full access to the crafting systems, character levels, and all the world tiers, plus a lot more. No more trying to grind for legendaries on world tier 5. The team recommends that we play through the story and enjoy the experience first. Legendaries will drop naturally as we level up and gain higher world tier. So the further we get into the game, the higher the world tier will get, and the more legendaries will drop for us. Okay, so this is what they said about the day 1 patch. This is a patch we're hoping to have ready and integrated into preloading even before launch. If everything goes to plan, you won't even have to download this on day 1. But there is a possibility that the patch will release on April 1st with the game, and will therefore require an additional download. The patch will consist of multiple bug fixes, with particular focus on the later sections of the game. Performance improvements for the stuttering that was observed in the demo. Camera smoothing improvements for cutscenes and dialogue. This should improve the camera shake that some players were struggling with. And the cutscenes and dialogue frame rates have been improved. On the PC, players will be able to choose between 30, 60, 90, and 120 frames for their cutscenes. On the Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5, cutscenes will be locked at 60 frames per second. On the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, the cutscenes will be locked at 30. They have also planned a post-launch patch to come at a later date. Not sure what that date is yet, but there is some information on what to expect in the patch. This patch is specifically designed to target the recently reported issues and bugs coming out of the demo that were too difficult to implement into the release patch. Any bugs or issues that are also discovered at launch may also roll out with this patch. We can expect this patch to come out approximately a month after launch. If there are any issues discovered between launch and the post-launch patch, they can also be hotfixed on the spot separately from the patch. Some of the intended things to fix with the post-launch patch are controller adjustment options, including dead zone adjustment, acceleration settings, and legacy layouts, load time improvements for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 consoles, further performance improvements for co-op games, the cross-play friends list and invite system across all platforms, but this will require a Square Enix members account, and a bug fix for things like the lore collectibles bugging out on your second character. This list will be continued to added to over launch, and a full, more comprehensive list will be released at a later date. They also released their policy on cheating and hacking. I found this quite amusing. During the demo, they reached a point where they had 2 million players, and they identified 200 players of them were clearly cheating. That's a 0.01% of players. That's not too bad. The team are very confident that these numbers won't change much post-launch, so that's good. But as a way to separate the cheaters from the legitimate gamers, they've put in a few repercussions. Please note that the repercussions I'm talking about are account-wide, not character-specific. So you can't just change characters and remove these. Any cheaters found will not be able to matchmake with legitimate players. This will make it a lot harder to find a team to play with, and it will make your wait times in matchmaking significantly longer. You'll still be able to play the game solo, but in future, this is the part I found hilarious. In future, your HUD will have a discrete but visible watermark placed on it, so that gameplay footage created on this account can be readily identified as coming from a flagged account. Putting a watermark on some part of the screen is so funny. I think that they just want to call these guys out, and it's great. They should have like a stamp on their forehead or a hat they can wear that they can't take off or something like that. It would be awesome. If you did cheat in the demo and were just trying it out, there is only one way to make sure that your account does not get branded at release. You must delete all characters and items on your entire account. Make sure you don't carry any progress across to the full game, and this will clear you of the cheating repercussions. And just to give you the heads up, the Hells Rangers content will be available via your stash for anyone who's bought it. This means that you can progress through the story without it, but if you want to get it, that's just where you pick it up from. And the gear is locked at level 10, so you won't be able to use it before that. Now in the demo, our level was locked at 7, but because we could get to World Tier 5, we were actually able to use level 9 gear. So if you're carrying across a character that has been used in the demo, you only have to level up one more time or get to the next World Tier, and you'll be able to use this Hells Rangers gear. Thanks guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then feel free to leave a like. If you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments section down below. Subscribe if you're interested in more information on Outriders. And I'll see you guys in the next one.